Welcome to your reading. I've pre-shuffled, so we're going to jump straight in. Welcome back, all of you that have already been here. I got a Knight of Swords, Three of Wands, Six of Swords. I'm hearing you're going to cross paths with someone again. I don't know why you had to begin with that. It's someone who's currently, it's like they're involved elsewhere. But by the time you meet again, either it's gonna be resolved or they're gonna come clean about being involved elsewhere. So, to summarize, I'm seeing someone heavily in the thoughts about you. You've already crossed paths, you will cross paths again in the future. There's something with the Six of Swords of having had to move away, and or this can speak of a separation. While this is happening, already when they met you already, I'm seeing they were involved elsewhere. Clarified by the Five of Cups, it wasn't someone, or this involvement isn't bringing them happiness. They're not happy. I'm hearing is even the reason why they ventured out. Not saying that excuses it, but there's definitely been deception here of some sorts. Like this person that is heavily thinking about you has lied about their involvement elsewhere. Maybe they tried cashing it, you may have picked up on it. Actually, you can ask if you knew about this at all. Queen of Cups in the world. Well, I heard before pulling those cards, I heard that some of you have had an inkling, so this is going to just be confirmation, but some of you were like already too deep in. You already felt a connection to this person, or you felt like your feelings were getting stirred up. And also for some of you, it seems a repeat pattern. Like you seem to have a pattern of meeting, I guess, love interests who are already involved elsewhere and they keep it hidden from you. Because like I said, I see they are not happy with that involvement, but instead of already coming clean about it, it seems like they keep it hidden out of fear that if you knew about their involvement, you wouldn't give them a chance in the first place. Kind of like I'm gonna deal with the mess later on. Also though, not being sure about you yet. So this can really speak of a situation that just kind of started, I don't feel like you've known this person for a long time, although the energy feels very familiar. So it can feel like you know this person for a long time, but you didn't actually know them for a long time. Again, there's something around this pattern of just meeting or being involved or like getting approached by people that are already involved elsewhere. And it seems like for some of you, your self-respect is kicking in, and this is also an energy I picked up on the latest Patreon reading, specifically for the collective I read for on there. But it seems like the broader collective is moving through, I guess, a similar situation in the sense that you can feel, especially in repeat patterns, so especially when you have this feeling of like, wait a minute, I've been here before, this feels very familiar, I seemingly know how this is going to end. It's like I'm kind of getting your spidey senses, or your senses going off like an alarm. And for some of you, it seems like you caught yourself before you sort of went down. Like I'm hearing a karmic pattern. Karmic patterns repeat themselves when you end up doing the same things over and over again. So in other words, some of you, I'm just seeing, especially for who this reading is for, you caught yourself. It's like you caught yourself, wait a minute, I know what I've done in the past, I'm going to do something different. And that is apparently shifting things here with also Ten of Swords in reverse. It's like before you get your heart broken again, or before you walk into sort of trap where you end up feeling betrayed. It's like you're catching yourself. And I'm hearing you never really have a guarantee. You know, like you never really have a guarantee, but if you can feel or you can seemingly have this like, oh, I know how this is going to end up. I know how this is going to turn out. It's important that you witness yourself feeling that and take it seriously, because it's a nudge here with the Tower and the Three of Swords. It's just underlying what I told you. It's like, for some of you, it already happened, in the sense that even though you might have felt, oh, I caught myself, you already sort of fell into your own trap, or you fell into the trap of the dynamic where you ended up feeling heartbroken, betrayed, discarded, used, and or it's bringing up those issues again. We're tying to the last reading, where I'm gonna link it below, because that was a whole topic. Your pain body's recreating a narrative. I'm getting some of that here as well, because I can't really pick specifically. I can't really pick if this is an old story that is being triggered, and or you really sort of fell into the trap again, where you just repeated a pattern. But you can still repeat a pattern and already be at that edge of like, wait, like this needs to end, this needs to change, I cannot keep repeating this. So it may be a little bit different for whom I'm speaking to here. Either you feel like you fell into the trap again, you repeated the pattern, you're feeling the same like you always do, and or you caught yourself beforehand, but it's still bringing up all of that backlog of when you did go down the seemingly wrong end, or you ended up feeling heartbroken, used and abused, discarded. Like I said, we did a whole reading on that a couple of days ago, which you can rewatch. I'll link it below. Let's do how they feel versus how you feel. I feel like doing that. It's gonna help with some of this. Actually, on a different deck, because it's like both of you are feeling heartbroken or upset, and I want to find out why. Okay, let's first do how they are feeling. I'm gonna use this deck. How are they feeling about my collective? Death in reverse. They don't want this to end. 5 of Pentacles in reverse. They definitely don't want to see you walking away. They don't want this to end. So it's coming through as like, you're my choice. I choose you. I don't want this to end. I don't want it. Like, this person hates seeing you walk away. And I'm getting they didn't expect to feel this way. So that's confirming this energy I picked up on when I was like, this may be a separation that occurred here with the Six of Swords. Someone moved away, like moved out of this connection, or moved away from this connection. And apparently that triggered a whole ass like awakening within this person you're dealing with, where they're realizing that, yeah, they don't want this to end. So this is a reading, this is energy I'm reading. I wouldn't make any drastic decisions until this person actually tells you this up front. Which may even be the case sooner or later, because with the Chariot, they definitely are sort of, it's like they're motivated to move towards you. And I mean, currently they're in hermit mode here. Currently they are dealing with this third party. They're dealing with not wanting to be in this third part, like not wanting to be tethered and tied to this person. It's like they have an understanding they need to free up this space, but what is motivating them to do this is you. They're very impatient. It's actually making them move faster than expected. They're very impatient to come towards you. They have a feeling that you know more than you let on. And also they feel like you're a tough cookie to crack. But they can sense that you know more than you let on. They see you as someone very intelligent, intuitive and intelligent. Although like the intuition part is like, they feel like you sort of, not like that you either hiding things or that you don't let on how much you know. For them, this is definitely not finished. And I keep seeing the High Priestess peek out. So either you know this, they know this, you both know this. Like, this is not finished for whoever you're dealing with here. They have trouble they have trouble expressing their emotions. Not even emotions, they have trouble expressing their thoughts. It's that I'm getting an energy of like, they feel like when they say things, it comes out, it gets misunderstood or misconstrued, or like they don't feel like they can get their point across in a way that they want to. And that seems to have been, again, not saying this makes it any better, especially if you got hurt in the process, but they felt like, I'm getting there were moments where they wanted to tell you what was going on. They wanted to tell you about their involvement, like it's like they got choked up, and it seems to be exactly because they have sort of insecurity about that. They feel misunderstood often. They didn't want to like prematurely, it's like they didn't want you to misunderstand, like they felt like they couldn't express it in a way that you would understand it. So they kind of just kept it hidden or secret, but that's why it's showing up as a 7 of Swords, because to some degree it was deceptive. Like they weren't letting you in on the full truth, or they weren't letting you in on certain information that you may have needed, or that they on some level now feel like you deserve to know about. Like kind of like, so you have all the information to make the choices that you didn't see fit as well. It's kind of like they kept that from you. So what they are going to deal with or have to deal with currently is with that as well, because it seems like the 6 of Swords was not planned. Like they either didn't anticipate you walking away, they didn't anticipate you drifting off, they didn't anticipate there to be separation, and they on some levels believe it was due to their own choices, or they're just now dealing with the consequences of. It's as if they feel like, maybe if I had come clean, actually it would have made you stay, like you would have been more likely that you stayed. They're sort of like blaming you for, they're blaming themselves. They're blaming themselves for how this is currently showing up, or that you walked away, or that you drifted away, or like they're blaming themselves for the separation, which may not be a bad thing, because that apparently is what is exactly giving them this motivation of like, okay, I need to clean this up. I don't want things to end with you. I don't like seeing you walk away. They apparently see now that you're the first choice, like they choose you. They're very impatient about this, so they have some urgency around this, because like it feels to me like they think you have options. Like they are not entirely sure either whether you are involved elsewhere. Like that is another reason why they sort of kept quiet. They felt like you may have the same situation going on. I don't know why they thought that. You just maybe like, they just know that you have or had options. And it apparently contributed to them staying quiet, because I don't know, it's weird. I kind of felt like you were on the same boat. Or maybe that's just like, maybe that's just what they told themselves to make themselves feel better about not telling you certain things. Like, they just put ideas in their head about you, which they didn't really have proof for it. Yeah, this seems to be a mutual thing. I'm getting this is a mutual thing. You have a similar tendency when this person around this person, that you kind of you have ideas about them, but you have no proof that it's really the truth yet. Well, there's definitely, like, they feel conflict. They feel like they took you for granted. Like, they feel like you lowered their guard to them. Like, you either trusted them, or you just, you lowered your guards, and they feel like they took that for granted, and they're not sure if they're gonna get that version back. They're not sure if you're gonna, like, they're not sure about certain things, but what they are sure of is that they feel like you make them happy. Let's see how you feel about this person, because it's like I don't know if they're confused, but there's definitely, like, they're feeling a lot. They're feeling a lot, and they're feeling overwhelmed. There's a lot to move through, especially with, like, another person tethered to them, which they're now realizing, or they're just becoming very clear on how that person's not making them happy. They have contrast, like you with the sun are apparently the person that makes them happy. Like, they have chosen you to some degree. But here I keep getting the sense to tell you, do not take this at face value until the person actually either tells you in your face or shows you consistently through actions. Because we're reading energy here. How do you feel about them? Oh, this is going to be interesting. King of Pentacles sideways and the Eight of Swords in reverse. Eight of Cups. So you're disappointed. You're disappointed. You definitely seem to be the one that it was or is in the Six of Swords energy of, like, I need to move on from this. And by doing that is actually how you're breaking out of a pattern that I read for you at the beginning. Like, the self-respect kicking in the way it is came from you feeling disappointed and choosing yourself. But you're still confused with the Two of Swords, so you may still be thinking about this person and may still thinking about the situation as well. The Star is mutual between the two of you. There is, on both levels, there's a sense of, like, both of you have experienced that to some degree. You two bonding and connecting is healing for the both of you. That's a mutual energy. It doesn't mean it was that way 100% of the time, but what you both can recognize is that you feel good in each other's presence. You feel good with each other. For you, I'm seeing you held back as well. I want to say as well. The person held back with information that they now in retrospect feel like they should have told you about. You held back in your own way. Like, both of you were a bit hesitant with each other. Yeah, because you both didn't want to get hurt. Also, you seem to have been in a space where you were very at peace, or you are, well, I'm not sure now because it feels a bit, like, chaotic, but when you met, you were at peace with yourself. And that's why I'm saying it feels like this person brought a bit of chaos into your life. Like, also with this whole backlog of them being tethered to to another person, which apparently they didn't tell you about, I do strongly feel like you picked up on it. Even if you couldn't like put your finger on it, you picked up, like, you knew something was going on. So it actually brought in some instability, like you come from a place where you were apparently at peace with yourself. I'm hearing finally at peace with myself. They brought in, like, an energy that, despite when you spent time together, it felt good for the both of you. There was, this backlog of, like, we can call it baggage. This person brought baggage into your connection that actually destabilized your energy. And that apparently contributed to your self-respect kicking in, because it was like, wait a minute, I don't need to put up with someone, doesn't matter if I like them or not, if they bring chaos into my life that is and has been very peaceful, I'm not sure this is the right choice for me. So you actually started seeing them as someone who was sort of like, just not like a grounded, anchoring presence. And it seems like that's something you need or you're craving. Because you, with the Nine of Pentacles as well, you have done a lot of, you have done a lot of, I'm hearing shadow work, but you've done a lot of work on yourself. Like, you have a healthy degree of confidence, you have self-belief in yourself, you've also already overcome a lot of challenges and struggles. You seem to be on a path where you're constantly working on yourself, you're constantly bettering yourself. So meeting someone that you felt, for one, like a connection with, but at the same time feeling how they destabilize you, and you being able to choose yourself, is you breaking a pattern that needs to be stressed. But energetically, it does look like you're still orientating towards this person. Like, for you, it's not fully closed out, or just in general, there's a feeling of this being unfinished between the two of you. Like, there's unfinished business. Like, it's not like, again, from the Six of Swords, I'm getting like, I need to walk away, but I don't want to. I need to, meaning your self-respect kicking in and being like, I need to walk away, but it doesn't with the Queen of Cups, it doesn't mean you want it to. And I keep the last two cards I kept pulling, it just shows me that you still energetically, you're still looking towards the person, or you're still kind of observing what they're gonna do and what they are doing. The Devil in reverse and the King of Wands. Interesting. So despite all of this, you're not too attached to this person. Again, there's this healthy, this healthy level of detachment, this healthy level of like, I'm sure you've already chosen yourself apparently. It's like not wavering on that unless you have proof to do otherwise, and that seems a very good position to be in. You're basically, to summarize, you're in an observative position without being too tethered and too like, you know, a devil upright can be like full-blown fucking karmic connection where you are like addicted to each other, you can't let this go. Although there is some of that, there is a little bit of that, but it's contained. It doesn't seem like you couldn't pull through with the Six of Swords, meaning if nothing changes, it seems like you can walk away with your hands clean. The Ace of Cups just fell out, and the Lovers. Still though, feeling a lot. And that seems is like the breakthrough for you. I'm getting that's the breakthrough, that you feel a lot. You see the potential. But the breakthrough is that you're not abandoning yourself for another person. You are choosing yourself despite feeling all of this. And that seems to be that's the breakthrough for you. So I'm just going to clean this up. I'm going to do for a new spread, and we're just going to maybe tap into some future timelines, or I'm just going to ask what may help you move through this, what you can expect. I'm going to see. I'm just going to clean up first, and I'll see what is pressing. I'm just hearing that song, What's Love Got to Do? Who's that by again? What's love got to do with it? Tina Turner. I might link that below. Could be specific for someone. That feels like a channeled song. Okay. Let's see. Let's tap into a future timeline. What is the outcome of this connection? The highest outcome. Meaning it'd be for your highest good. Knight of Wands. Temperance, Justice, Ace of Cups, all sideways. Wow, okay. So for your highest good, you need to see this person for who they truly are. They're coming through as a Knight of Wands. You mustn't get blinded by what you feel, because we had the Ace of Cups and the Lovers fall out for you. So whether you've admitted to yourself or not, you on some levels, you deeply care for this person, or they matter to you in some way, like you feel for them. You need to not get blindsided and take at face value their behavior over what they may tell you over time. Even like, let's say this more, though this already happened, it's more like, remember, this person showed up as a Knight of Wands, meaning they were blowing hot cold, they were being inconsistent. Also now with the information we have that they were tethered or are tethered to a whole ass other person, more of it may make sense to you, more of the behavior may make sense to you. Don't just excuse that, because it seems like moving forward, you're gonna still feel sort of ambivalent towards them, because again, coming from the part that we already read, like the energy that I read for you, there's a separation. Your self-respect kicked in, you removed yourself from a situation that was bringing chaos or was destabilizing you. So it's kind of foreshadowing for me. This next spread is foreshadowing to me that this person may pop up again out of the blue, very low commitment, low effort, like a hey, or just to kind of see where they're at. They're going to test the waters. With the Hangman in the middle, you're already anticipating this. Like, part of you energetically is already waiting on this to happen. When this happens, apparently it's important. It's going to be for your highest good to stay sort of in this observation role and just not, you may be happy to hear from them, or you may be curious about them, but kind of keep your cards closed, especially while they are testing the waters. You're going to be testing the waters as well, because I'm hearing you're going to want to see where they're at. Are they still showing up as a Knight of Wands, or has something changed? Like, don't make it too easy on them. The Devil and the Eight of Cups. You're gonna still be disappointed. Like, even if they sort of make a comeback, or they come in with like some low effort, hey, how are you, da 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 da, like, I'm getting encouragement. It's basically for those of you that have a tendency of just like sweeping things under the rug, because you may be happy to hear from said person, or some time has passed and you're not really angry or bitter, or you're not really, don't feel the same way about something as you did. It's important that you don't just cover that up. It's important that if you are still disappointed, maybe a conversation needs to happen. Ten of Wands and the Six of Swords. Yeah, either a conversation needs to happen, or if you still, it's sort of it's showing up as a really like conflicting energy and a conflicting like situation for you. It's showing up as like you're gonna be very challenged with your level of certainty you have about yourself and your self-worth. Like, this person is a challenge to what you have basically built, or the degree you've built yourself up from, coming from situations that may have already hurt you, where I was picking up on that, betrayed, discarded, abused. Like, this person is coming through as a sort of, it's like the challenging your level of self-respect and self-worth. And I'm getting they're even sort of observing you as well, if you can stand on business, or if you're gonna sort of succumb here with the Devil, sort of succumb to the energy. So in other words, you're sort of at the threshold as well of this, either like falling into sort of karmic pattern, or even a karmic relationship where you're constantly gonna be like, where that over time is gonna I want to say like tear at you. It's going to cost you a lot of energy. You're sort of at the threshold of falling back into a karmic pattern, a karmic relationship dynamic, and you're at the threshold of, I don't know how to explain this because I have the 10 of Wands with the 6 of Swords at the end, so it's still showing me that you may need to stay away from this person. Like that's enough. You may need to stay away from them. Tell me more. Yeah, this feels really challenging because you still don't have the full truth. Like, as long as you don't have the full truth, you're gonna need to stay away from them. It's like they need to come clean to you. They need to tell you what's going on, because whilst you still, let's say you re-engage with this person and you still have this like gut feeling of like something here is off, they're either lying to you, there's deceptive, you feel like they are cheater, which with a Knight of Wands you're gonna be dealing with that. Like there's a high chance you will be dealing with someone who just wanders off. Like with a Knight of Wands, they will put off a commitment. Like for one, they will put off a commitment for as long as possible. They don't want to get committed. Knight of Wands, even if they tell you they want to be in a commitment just to keep you, they will have a tendency of not making you feel safe. You won't feel safe in a relationship with them, whether it's a committed one or not. A Knight of Wands, if you are someone who can just like sort of compartmentalize relationships or dynamics as like, yeah, I'm just gonna have a fun time with them, we're gonna have an adventure, then those of you that can do that can have great, experiences with the Knight of Wands. Those of you that get caught up in like wanting more, or you start feeling things, and then like for those of you that have a strong tendency towards that, dealing with a Knight of Wands over a long period of time is gonna drain the living shit out of you. So you need to find out for yourself where you're at and what you are willing, like, it's not only how much are you willing to tolerate, because do you even want to tolerate anything? Like this is what is challenging you with. Like that's what you're being challenged with, these questions of like, are you really gonna give up on some of your standards and some sort of like non-negotiables that you need to feel safe within a connection? Because all in all, what is coming through really strongly, that when I tune into your energy, you don't feel safe with this person. Like whether it's emotionally safe, whether it's like there's something around this that doesn't make you feel safe. And I'm not saying this cannot change, but that in itself may be the challenge, that you take note of that and you take it serious, and you don't do anything past what you are ready to do. Like let's say they want to be intimate with you and you can feel in your body either you're worried about catching something because they may be else, like your body's going to give you signals that is really important that you don't override. The only reason I'm saying this is because whoever I'm reading for, those of you within the collective that resonate with this reading, you have a tendency of overriding your signal because you fall in love. It's like it blindsides you. You start feeling deeply for a person, and it's like either you still have tendencies of this, or of yourself from the past, that you will just sort of abandon yourself to stay connected to another person. And that is what the challenge is here, because whether you're gonna stay away from this person, or fuck. Yeah, I wanted to say, or this person grows up, which here with the Two of Cups in reverse just really doesn't look like it. because the Two of Cups in reverse is showing me it's misaligned. You're not aligned. You're not on the same page. You don't want the same things. So in praxis, this can look like you two spend time together. You may be intimate with each other. The whole time for them, for this Nine of Wands, it's just an experience. They want to experience you. They have absolutely no intention of committing to you. They have absolutely no intention of taking responsibility for two people in a commitment or in a relationship, even if it's not a commitment. Just they have absolutely no interest or no, like, yeah, I'm gonna consider your feelings. I'm gonna take your feelings into consideration. This person is very selfish. They get what they can, and it's worked with them all this time. Like, that's what's worked out for them. So with you, the challenge, or with you, the risk is that you fall into the trap where you sort of succumb. Here with the Devil as well, there's a strong warning, or like energetically you seem very drawn to this person, and it's highly recommended that I want to say keep your distance, at least for now, because it just seems like this person has a tendency of drawing you in, and that's why with the Hangman, you're anticipating them reaching out. You can already sense that's gonna come, but this is what can keep you in a recurring loop that I'm really getting you don't wanna be a part of. Because if you become a part of, like, the more you succumb to this, the more there's like repeated loops, the more it feels like quicksand. Like you suddenly can't get out of it anymore. It's just kind of like, it eats you up. They have like gravity to them. This Knight of Wands has gravity to them. They know this about themselves as well. Like they seem to know this about themselves. They suck people in. So yeah, I don't want to say I'm worried about you. I don't want to, like, make it a bigger deal, but then it's just like what is worrying me a little bit is this Queen of Cups with the Seven of Wands, because I just see clearly your Achilles heel or your weakness is exactly this, is you prematurely, I want to say prematurely, catching feelings for someone before your body tells you it's safe, like before you've given yourself enough time to really discern whether this person is safe for you or not. And this, as well as topics we've touched upon Patreon in depth, where we did loads of readings that came through a couple of months ago around safe love versus intensity. So if you join, you can look through the library. It will be, I don't know how many hours by now of material that you can, it's timeless reading, so you can just, it's like pickpocket guidance. So whenever you feel like you need specific for your situation or what you're dealing with, you need a reading, you can just seep through it and allow yourself to be drawn to the right reading where you will get information. So that's always available too. You can join at any time over on my Patreon. But yeah, it's just reminding me of that, because we really had to sort of dissect the collective energy. For those of you that, this is just sort of like a weak spot. It seems like relationships or love relationships can really get you caught up. And that's why I got kind of rewinding when I was telling you, like, being in this observation role, it's a form of protection. It's a form of protecting yourself, so that before you're in too deep, you have the information you need. And that's why, back to the Seven of Swords, it seems really important that before you even think about moving anything like forward with said person, if they were to make a comeback, which is very likely they will reach out, that you have all the information. And I'm not even sure it's like you need all of the information out of this person, like you need to drag it out of them. It's more like, it seems like your body needs enough information to really know whether you feel safe or not. And then I just heard someone, well, if I don't feel safe, what will even change? Why would I feel safe later on? And the reason why that's still unclear is because some of what's coming up, like I read before, and I also told you about that reference reading from the last reading, is some of it is like a backlog of past disappointments. It's like, that's why this whole spread, like the whole reading or the whole situation, is still sort of like, I want to say on edge, or it's a bit unclear whether you're meant to stay away from them for good, whether you're meant to stay away from them from now, which I feel more resonance on, or you just really need to admit to yourself that this person's not aligned. This is not aligned. They don't want the same thing as you. Because when we asked how they feel about you, that's why I was telling you, don't take it at face value until they actually show up in your life and say it to your face, or they show you through actions consistently. Because right now, whether this person is like, oh, I chose you, you're the only one I have eyes for, like, that can change. You know, like, this is now. Whether they're really going to act on that, or they're going to change their mind, or they're going to go back to just being a Knight of Wands, you know, like sort of railing anything with a pulse, and that just being happy doing that, that's still unclear. We don't know yet. I haven't seen any real like growth from this person. It's more like the challenge just seems that before you feel safe in your body to, just for now, take it as this person doesn't care for you, with the Page of Cups in reverse. Like, as harsh as that sounds, that's what's going to help you the most and help you stay rooted and not sort of fall into a trap, into this quicksand, by really, right now, the way they've been showing up, or the way they are showing up, they don't care about you. That's all you need to know. And you're going to have like a couple of readings come, like you're going to stumble on more readings that are going to tell you how much this person misses you, and that they want you, like came through when I was reading the energy of how they feel about you. What is going to keep you safe and protected and grounded and with a good shoulder on your head and stabilized is this person doesn't care about you. They don't give a shit about you. That's right now. That's what you need to hold on to until they prove you otherwise. Until they prove you otherwise. Prove you otherwise. Not what the energy is saying in the ethers, but how they show up in real life. Until they prove you otherwise, this person doesn't give a shit about you. Okay, I'm going to end with that, because this is going to help you the most out of all of it, is really like taking that at face value, because otherwise you go into fantasy world, you get blindsided by your feelings and by emotions. And with the devil here, they have a pull on you that is sort of like challenging. It's a challenging situation, is bringing up triggers. And I have a feeling that, like, you know, when I keep reading, we might have a sequel on this, or you will just get more, I might pick up on more information, or maybe this was it, I don't know yet. But you can definitely subscribe to the channel, so you don't miss on future readings, don't miss out on that. I told you already, I have can't talk anymore, pocket guidance on Patreon. And if you want to work with me one-on-one, my schedule is open for July, so you're more than welcome to book in. What else? I think that's it. I'm very, very happy you're here. Thank you all for contributing to this channel, just by staying till the end, commenting, giving a thumbs up, all of that is really appreciated. So I will be back soon, and I hope you have a wonderful day.